idea, wala?
None, sir.
Correct? So ang crime solution rate ninyo sa DUI, 16%.
Yes, sir.
Is that good or bad?
Bad.
Anyway, sir, we are still investigating the
The
other.
other killings.
197 cases were solved.
Okay.
May arestado. And then 114 were cleared. That means we were able to file cases, but the suspects were at large.
So total,
So total of 311
out of
out of the 1971.
how many percent?
And that's about 15.8%.
That's the solution efficiency.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Can you submit those records to us, please, so that the next time we can really, we don't have to bend our minds here. Baksa kami pareho ni kung sa arithmetic. Na ako sa algebra bumagsak. All right? Okay. These are very serious numbers, and this is causing a lot of heartache and a lot of reputational damage to our country. In the sense that when people are killed, it will affect tourism, it will affect investments. Already there is some remarks made by rating agencies about the possible effect. The European community has that. I think it's something that we don't need, no? I mean, we can live in the sense that we can live with ourselves, pero pag nangyayari na may binibigyan natin ng opportunity ng big nation sue by themselves, pari delicto. For example, Chicago, where President Obama, which state, Illinois, which President Obama represented as a senator, is the #1 murder capital of the United States right now. Daming namamatay ngayon sa Chicago. So, I am in sympathy with President Duterte when he says, who are you to tell us about our human rights? Now, of course, human rights are very important, all right? And when you have these numbers, we in the Senate are quite perturbed. So having said that, when there are encounters within the police and the drug suspects, what kind of scenarios happen? Do they fight back? That's why they're killed?
Yes, Your Honor.
100%? 90%? 80%? Because, like I said kanina, you laid the predicate. When you are going to say this an all-out war on drugs, pag uhuli mo yan, lalaban na yan. Ganun ba experience nyo?
Yes, sir, because we have...
I'm not trying to help you. I'm just trying to make sure that we all understand what the factual situation is on the ground. When you are advertising practically that there's a war on drugs that's deadly, pag lalapitan pa lang ng pulis yan, magkakarga na yan at lalaban. Pag lumaban, may mamamatay. Kaya may namatay na pulis, may namatay na AFP. Is that your experience?
Yes, sir. In fact, I have pictures to show you what happened to our policemen.
Oh, you don't have to show me pictures. I've seen dead bodies before. All I'm saying is the factual situation is the very fact that there is a situation where very loud and very noisy advocacy that there is a deadly war on drugs, that there will be no quarter against drugs, drug pushers or drug lords. This is one of the results, right?
Yes, sir.
Some result there.
Because while these drug pushers know that operations are being conducted against them, they are already prepared to
When
battle it
President
against them.
Duterte unmasked some of the 5 generals, rightly or wrongly, that was a very big step. Would you agree? Never happened before, correct?
Yes, sir.
Never happened in the history of this country. Na generals, sinabi ng presidente mismo na involves the drugs, correct? And because of that, knowing that you're very studious with numbers, Was there a spike in the killings after that?
If you look at the statistics, sir, there was an increase in murder and homicide cases. But there was for the first time in the
A
history
reduction.
of the Philippines, there was a downward trend in an average of about 45% of the crimes against property.
Would you
nationwide.
please submit that to us, those figures, because I would like to be able to interpolate more on that. But the point that I'm trying to raise is, the reaction is, uy, general na yung sinabi ng Presidente. First place, kung totoo yung sinasabi sa isang general at may mga tao siya nagtutulak, tapusin nyo na yan. Baka magkaroon pa ng testigo laban sa akin yan. Is that a natural reaction? Hmm?
Like that in the ADF in my office.
You have a 381 million budget for intelligence, correct? Intelligence fund.
I have no idea, Your Honor.
Come on. What position do you
Intelligence
occupy?
fund because
Ano yan?
EIDM.
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar. Huh? Investigation management. But I'm telling you that the budget, and we're going through the budget right now, is about 306 million.
For the whole PNP.
No, intelligence.
For the whole PNP.
For the whole PNP, intelligence fund, no? So, part of the intelligence is to gather statistics. So, makikita nyo pag in explosion, tumaas dramatically yung namamatay. Now, ako, I'm just drawing conclusions in my amateurish mind na maaaring pinapatay yung mga testigo. Yung pwede magtestigo. And that causes another concern when the president, who is really very serious, and I believe he's serious, he's sincere about the drug problem, he really believes that there is a drug problem. I agree with that. I may not agree with all the methodology.
That's a very good point, Mr. Chairman. Meron bang insidente
you.
na in the guise of a legitimate police operation, so ang report, sa spot report, legitimate, pero hindi nyo ba, did you ever dig deeper na baka ito, nililiquidate yung mga dating assets na pwede magturo sa kanila in the guise of a legitimate police operation? Have you gone deeper into that angle? Meron bang ganon? O may insidente bang ganon? Na later on, you found out that although it was reported to be a legitimate police operation, later on you found out na liquidation pala.
call Your Honor, but we believe there are instances na nangyari ito. So that's why
So
we're investigating.
what action have you taken kung sakaling gano'n ng at least suspicion man lang na meron pala kayong police officers involved, whether PNCOs or PCOs, na na-involved sa ganong klaseng legitimate police operation, ano? Pero may suspecha kayo na liquidation pala.
Just
Nang
like what happened, Your Honor, in Pasay. So we filed charges against 2 of our policemen. And so that's why all of these incidents were...
we heard about that, but
involved.
aside from the Pasay incident, meron pa bang ibang incidents na in the course of your investigation, it turned out na ginamit lang na legitimate police operations when in fact, hindi naman pala. Just to save their skin, save their neck, nagpalabas ng kunwari legitimate police operation.
What we're trying to say, was that ever considered in your investigation? What I'm trying to say is the theory is when the president is very serious as to, expose generals, expose mayors, expose governors, expose congressmen, or for that matter, drug lords, there will be a concomitant rise in deaths because they are trying to eliminate. Nililigpit nila yung pwede magtestigo laban sa kanila. A good investigator should look at that angle.
This is the subject of our investigation.
Sorry?
Of all the death, all the incidents that involving death of a person, we investigate all of them.
That's precisely why I asked about intelligence funds. You could actually assay. Tumaas yung nag-spike Nag-announce sa mga mayor, nag-announce sa mga tao, natatakot sila na yung mga titestigo laban sa kanila, iligpit na. So, mag-i-spike yan. I would like you, at the next hearing, to give me the rates in connection with announcements by the President of generals, announcement of the President. Ngayon na naman, nag-announce, 1,000 na naman. Ang 1,000 na naman ang inanunsyo ata ngayon na mga personalities involved in drugs. So, kung ginagawa yan, makikita nyo kung nag-i-spike. I think it spikes because tumaas eh. And that is why I would like you to make that presentation to us next time. I have my own data, by the way. I have people who've been, I'm not even in riding in tandem. Because matagal na yung riding in tandem. This investigation is premised on the fact that we have to stop, and I didn't say extrajudicial killings because extrajudicial killings right away mean that there is a political motivation. Policemen are being killed, mayors are being killed, labor unions are being killed, farmers are being killed. This is of the classical extrajudicial killing, as I mentioned, in Latin America and in other places of the world. So I don't even want to look at that. I just want to see a death is a death. I don't care whether it's political or terrorist, a death is a death. All right? And if it is being done by rogue policemen, we should go after them. So my point is, I would like you all to come back here and give me that data with graphs to show that there is a spike. There are spikes.
In that connection, ilang percent yung spike sa murder and homicide cases, ilang percent naman yung baba ng all other
correct.
index crimes?
That's the converse.
45% for crimes against
Now,
property.
ipakita nyo sa amin next time.
Yeah.
Other index crimes, 45% ang baba.
Yes,
Eh
sir.
yung spike naman ng murder and homicide,
12%.
12?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I will give you an example. When those two people from Pasay were, the lady, I think it was Marilu, Mary Rose Aquino came up here, and for the life of me, I don't know why she has to be wrapped up. I do not want to see at the next hearing people's faces wrapped up because anyway, nalalaman na kagad ng pulis eh. In fact, General De La Rosa went right away to Antipolo and took action right away. That means he knew right away kung sino yan. So it's really, to me, it's incendiary. I mean, we must show the world that we can solve problems, and I'm glad that the PNP, through General De La Rosa, went there right away and had those people arrested. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
So, hindi ako sumakampi rito, ha? Pero pag nakita ko ang pulis pumapatay na wala sa lugar, lalabanan ko yan. My father was assassinated with the cooperation of the former chief of police. So, I will just say that. I am not anybody's lucky here. But I am going to analyze it in such a way na makikita natin kung nag-i-spike. Because, kung napapatay ang mga yan, ng mga drug lords, right now, the drug lords are identified, they will want to create distance. They will want to eliminate all their pushers. Right? Do you agree with that theory?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if that is the case, we want you to do that, and perhaps you may be able to get leads on who are perpetrating the killing. Now, going on to another topic, the first one was encounters within the police. Now, the other thing is vigilante killings, which is also connected, all right? In vigilante killings can be classified including riding in tandem, correct? A vigilante is one who feels that justice has to be fought for because the courts are too slow. And that's another thing we're going to be looking out here in this committee. If the courts are slow, there will be people who will tend to justify it. I heard our witness here say, pinugutan ng ulo yung NPA. Na ang NPA yung tatay niya, pero ba't pinapatay niya yung ordinary citizen? Hindi niya pinapatay yung NPA. Di ba? So, ang sinasabi ko rito is, maaaring nangyayari ang mga bagay na ganyan because sa kababayan, mabagal ang husgado, kulang ang mga abogado ng piskal, kulang ang laboratory, hindi niya may prosecute, so people are taking the law into their own hands. And we do not want that. We do not want a legacy or that people can take. You know why I disagree with killing? Because if they, assuming maubos, and I say hindi mauubos yan, you will have policemen who will think that they have the power, if the police are doing it, that they can kill anybody they want at any time. And when you're retired, you can be part of that. Because you're not a policeman all your life. So having said that, riding in tandem has been an affliction or a pestilence in our country for the last 20 or 30 years. In fact, in 2013, you had 3,000 people riding in tandem involved in killings, riding in tandem. For example, I would like to show you this video, and I'm going to ask you a question about that. Lights out, please.
Habang nire-ready, pwede ko lang. This just came in, Mr. Chairman. This came from General Matillano. Sabi niya, please be informed that in 2009, I was the director of PASG. Ano yung PASG? In Region 11. There was no security detail from PASG to former Speaker Nograles. Ano ba yung PASG? ASG? Aviation?
Anti-smuggling.
Anti-smuggling. So, there you are, Mr. Chairman. Wala raw naka-detail na security from his unit na PASG to former Speaker Nograles. So,
Can you execute an affidavit and submit it here?
I'll tell him, Mr. Chairman.
Kailangan under oath yan. Can you turn off the lights, please? Bagal naman ng mga natin, pages. Ano ba yan? Turn off these lights. These lights too. I'm just showing you this because I want to make sure na hindi napapabayaan. All right? Can you turn off the lights in the middle, please? This is a case in Isabela. I'm sure you know about this. Santiago City, to be precise. Some more. There. Vehicle will be coming out with a driver who is a target with his wife and his daughter. Take a look at the impunity. And take a look. The man was able to get out, and right away, the people who have already escaped comes back. There. And chases after them for about 30 seconds. See how long it takes. They're taking their time. And there is the motorcycle. Seen by several vehicles. A truck will follow. Are you familiar with this case? General, you're involved with investigations. I'm not putting the blame on you, huh?
I'll check on this, sir, because I was then the RD of Bicol when this happened.
So you're familiar with this case?
I'll check our records, sir.
I will give
Be
you.
updated.
This is a local government employee that was, they tried to kill him, but miraculously he survived. So, how many of these cases find justice? I would like the police, therefore, to get all the riding in tandem killings once and for all, and I would even publish it for your sakes and our sakes, so that people will be umbraged at the fact, and you will all be on your toes to make sure that this must not be left unpunished. This has been going on for an exceedingly long time. And I heard him say here just a while ago, the witness said they would kill riding in a motorcycle. I have a solution for this problem, at least a partial solution, which is to have big plate numbers on motorcycles, which is being done all over the world. And I can show you that, but that is not the time for it. But there's also another case which I want to show you again, and which I'm sure is part of the season of death. Here you go. This is the one involved in Hinulgan, Negros Oriental. and the one in the Gupan. First one is a vigilante or whatever he is. He goes after a drug user or a pusher, we don't know. Miraculously, he escapes, but the son or daughter, practically 5 years old or 6 years old, is killed. I think you're familiar with that. It came out in the Inquirer. I'm sure Mr. Neri is familiar with this case. How fast can we load this? Bear with me. I didn't want to waste your time here. I just wanted to show you the severity of the problem. It's not so nice and easy to say it went down, but again, here you go. Diba? Go ahead.
Ipinagluluksa hanggang ngayon ni Ginang Rowena Loreca ng Gihulngan City, Negros Oriental, ang kanyang 4 na taong gulang na anak na babae.
4 na taong gulang.
Agosto, nang mapatay sa isang bypass operation ang asawang si Alric Barbon sa Larena Street, ilang metro lamang ang layo sa kanilang bahay, bandang alas 6:30 ng gabi. Ayon sa pulisya, kabilang sa top 5 most wanted drug personalities sa probinsya si Alric.
Hindi ko rin po alam kasi hindi ko rin po siya nakita na gumagamit ng ganyan.
Pero ang mas mahirap tanggapin para kay Rowena na damay sa ginawang operasyon ang 4 na taong gulang na anak na si Althea.
Galing na po sila ng Freedom Park. Binaril na daw siya ng isang pulis dito po sa Tagiliran. Sabi pa nga ng asawa ko na, "Sir, suko na daw siya kasi may bata." Inulit pa daw na binaril siya sa likod niya. Doon, hiniyakap na lang yan ang bata. Tapos doon napunta ang bala sa bata pag yakap niya.
Ayon sa pulisya, bumunot ng baril si Alric nang mahalatang pulis ang katransaksyon niya. Ayon sa salaysay ng mga operatiba na nagsagawa ng bypass operation, hindi nila nakita ang bata dahil madilim sa lugar. Kahit pa malapit sa poste ng ilaw ang pinangyarihan ng insidente.
Had they noticed that there was a child, they will not pursue him.
Pero ayon kay Rowena, kahit anong paliwanag ay hindi niya kayang matanggap.
Sabi rin kasi niya, magiging pulis daw siya ng paglaki niya. Para po akong mamatay sa sakit po nung nalaman ko na baril na ang bata.
Ito rin ang hanggang ngayon ay pinagluluksan ng pamilya
Okay, hold
ng
it down.
5 taong.
I have several of these footages. Even if the man is a drug pusher or a drug lord, a child is the victim. What have we done about this case? And many cases like this. Is the Internal Affairs, I'm sure, came in right away, right? If we follow police procedure under the law.
Yes, sir. This falls under the situations on motu proprio investigation.
Motu proprio iniimbestiga, siyempre.
Yes, sir.
All right. You do have an Internal Affairs service there?
Yes, sir.
Because under the law, if we don't have an Internal Affairs there, the police director will do the investigation and submit it to national, right?
Yes, sir.
Is that correct?
Again, sir, pardon me, sir.
If there is no Internal Affairs division in that particular area like Hinulgan and Negros Oriental, the police chief or police director or whatever he is will do the investigation, make the recommendation, and send it over to the Internal Affairs Division up in Manila or national. Is that
Yes,
correct?
sir. Yes, sir. To the higher disciplinary authority.
Now,
sir.
let me
Yes,
just
sir.
follow through about this because I can have another sample here. When that kid was killed, automatically, motu proprio, as you say, on his own volition, right away, imbestiga.
Yes, sir. That is the
What
procedure.
stage of the investigation are we in?
I'm having it researched, sir, by my staff.
Excuse me?
I'm having it researched, sir, by my staff right
No,
now,
no,
sir.
no, 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 no. I mean, I was a mayor. I'm known as Action Agad as a mayor. We cleaned up our city when I was a mayor in 1980. I had of President Duterte when he was mayor in Davao. If the whole system of the police force is such that when something like that happens, you act quickly, it will not happen again. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So what I'm looking for is legislation now to say, you don't have 7 days, kiddo. You need 2 days. Right away, bang, you have the policeman involved. He is supposed to write, there is supposed to be a report right away by that policeman, correct?
A spot report, sir, of the incident. Yes, that's right.
You call it a spot report or an OIR, offense incident report. His gun should be taken from him, right? For ballistics or whatever examination is to be done. Is that correct?
That's right, sir. That's,
Is
yes,
that
sir.
been done here?
I will find out, sir.
See, so
I
you don't know.
have the record. I don't
What
know.
is your section in the police department?
Yes, sir. I am the Assistant Acting Deputy Inspector General of the
So it's
Internal
just
Affairs
like,
Service.
yeah, so you're the Inspector General. I'm not blaming you, I'm just relating to think into a situation where a sense of urgency must be undertaken by the Inspector General's office. You should have all these cases reported to you immediately, and when a case like this happens, right away, you send somebody out there, you're serious, make the report, in 48 hours, you should be able to make a judgment. You are suspended pending investigation, and in about a week, we will file criminal charges against you, no more than 7 days. Is that reasonable?
In fact, sir, I have given instructions.
Yes or no, please?
Yes, sir.
It's reasonable.
Reasonable.
Now, that event happened about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and we're still trying to find out whether something has happened. That is why we have a black mark. That is why it causes a lot of constraint, a lot of concern by the public. I'm a law enforcement guy, law and order guy. I'm a no-nonsense fellow. I pride myself about that. That is why somebody does it in my own department, I will go after him. Because he hurts the whole department. Sakit ng kalingkingan, sakit ng buong katawan. So, I would like to know, ano ang gagawin nyo kagad sa mga bagay na ganyan with the commitment na dapat mabilisan, especially during these times when you're under siege from criticism from all over the world. If you do not take action in this, they will make a sample out of the situation. So our negligence of the government in not undertaking right away the investigation and right away not coming out with a report that is to the satisfaction of everybody, that a case will be filed, it is going to transpire. And by the way, the PNP chief or the regional PNP chief can dismiss or suspend right away. Isn't that the case?
After due process, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, no, don't tell me about due process. There is a due process in the law. It is in the law. The general involved can suspend or expel right away. Summarily dismiss. Due process pa rin yan.
Yes, sir. After due process, sir.
Yes. So, you see, that is what our people are saying. You're killing us without due process. Pinagbibintangan kayo, rightly or wrongly. And the best way to erase that is dapat, the Inspector General, you came in here, you should have expected we were going to ask these questions. Because we're not going to sleep on our jobs here. And therefore, dapat, lahat yan, when you come back, you should have something to report here now, ginagawa. President Duterte, I heard. I'm not close to President Duterte. We're both mayors, we know one another. We have talked, but I'm not close. I hold no brief. But, when something like this happens, I know, he has already said, gawin nyo ang tama. Narinig ko yan, sinabi niya. So, dapat gawin ang tama, bilisan natin ang resulta ng investigation kagad. And I think you will have less problems that way. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, tama ba yun 7 days, maximum, pati kaya lang case, or 2 days, in terms of the initial investigation report, in the meantime suspended, buha ang baril?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tama yun. So I'm already looking at the end game. Those are the things that we're going to include in the law, including the suggestion of Senator Poe that civilians be involved in the internal affairs service.
There are civilians in the internal affairs.
I know, but it's not happening. Who's chairing it? Otherwise, she would not be squawking like that. Rather, I use a tamer word. She would not be complaining about it. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is we do not throw the rule book out of the window. We don't use it for